right, let's go. All right, everybody, welcome back to Extraordinary Critic with my boy Jacoby Smith. What's going on with you, man?
What's going on with you, brother?
And today we have a special review. Today we're going to be talking about the classic Poetic Justice, starring Janet Jackson, Tupac Shakur, Regina King, Torry. So many great names here today. So let's get into it, man. So, Jacoby, tell me, tell me your review on this movie. How you feel about this project?
Um, Again, as I said before, this was another one of the movies that was like always just on, always like really on a lot, and like you would see like bits and parts of it, but I would say like maybe like a few like it's probably just been like like a few recent years that I really like seen the movie and like whole or like really got to like appreciate the movie and
Right.
like just and just based off like my connection with it, it's a good time. It's a good movie. Um, I can I can I could definitely say I like the like middle of the movie a lot more than I could than like most parts of it. Like like the we'll get into it, but just like really like the I guess like the road trip part of the movie.
Yeah. So basically, that's what it's basically about. It's about four young people take a road trip to San Diego, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Was
Was it
it?
maybe it's San Francisco? I think it's San Fran.
It's still in
San some.
California. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And also, I forgot to tell y'all, it's directed by the late great John Singleton. May he rest in peace. Another classic movie that he did. I thought this movie was okay. I don't think this movie is. Uh, I don't think it's Boys in the Hood, and it's kind of unfair to. Well, you're gonna have this expectation of him keep creating a masterpiece like Boys in the Hood, and then you
Yeah.
get when you get to Poetic Justice, it's for me, I watch it, I like it, but I'm not too crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Not hating, but
I respect it.
I'm just not too crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? What I watch it, if somebody put it on, yeah, I watch it, someone put it on, but it's not the masterpiece like Boys in the Hood. And to be honest, I think Baby Boy is better in this movie, in my opinion. I'd rather watch Baby Boy than Poetic Justice, in my opinion.
Uh baby boy, baby boy a little too played out now, man.
No, it's not because
Baby
BET
boy a
plays
little
so
too played
much.
out. Now
B
I can't even say I haven't seen that movie in I've seen that movie in its entirety, but not in one sitting. Like, but
uh, I'm
it's just
sorry.
like I don't know. I don't know.
I think Baby Boy is better than Poetic Justice, but that's my opinion. You know, everybody in the comment sections, please let us know which one would you rather watch. But like I said, but so fun fact, John Singleton wanted Ice Cube to play Tupac's role.
Hmm.
It was he wanted him to play it, but Ice Cube said, "This is not me. I'm not the ladies. I'm not the romantic type. I'm a hard hitter, you know." So he declined the movie. And another fun fact that I think we talked about this. Remind me if we didn't. But Tupac Shakur, at that time was supposed to be in Men's to Society.
Hmm.
Did we talk about that in the review?
Yeah, we did.
So it was a situation between him and the directors, and basically he was telling them like, my leading roles are going to be only with John Singleton because John Singleton and him were really tight, they're really cool and stuff like that. So when he got fired from Men's Society, he went to make Poetic Justice, So 93 was a good year for Tupac Shakur. But but yeah, so let's get into it. So the performances, I think the acting was good. I think Janet Jackson did a
Yeah.
really good job, knowing where she comes from and her having first of all, she is bad in this movie. Well, she's bad, period. But
Real.
yeah, in this movie, I was like, Jesus.
I was just I was just talking. We was just talking about this shit that day. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And you know what? The wardrobe is iconic in today's time. There's so many girls who dress like Janet Jackson from Poetic Justice, from the Halloween to Halloween party and stuff like that, or
yeah, I
costume
could,
parties.
yeah.
Yeah, they do it a lot. They do it. A lot of girls do that a lot. It's just that outfit is just so iconic. But I feel like Janet Jackson did a very good job. I don't know. This is not acting debut because she was in Good
I
Times.
was trying to ask what she been. Yeah, damn,
She
I
was in
forgot
Good
about Good
Times.
Times.
She was
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
little
she been
girl.
in
Yeah, she was the little
Penny.
girl getting abused. Yeah, so that
Oh,
was her.
Penny.
Yeah, yeah. But and then you got Regina King, man. Regina King, the iconic Regina King, who done so many stuff over the years. My favorite stuff is really the Boondocks with her voice acting and stuff. But she really killed it in here as our best friend. And she basically plays a drunk.
You know, she acted as a kid too.
Yes, she did. She was in some show in the 80s.
It was with lady from Jefferson's.
Yeah, yeah, she was a teenage girl. I remember her. Yeah, I remember that show. I remember seeing it on TV once. But Regina King actually told a story of she was trying to get Janet Jackson ready for this role because they didn't think she was like ready to you know um play this type of role because she's music royalty. You got the
Yeah,
Jackson Five, and then you got the King of Pop as your older. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So they didn't think she was ready to play the hood type girl and stuff.
I mean,
Uh, and then
she really
but
could
then
do it.
but then here's the interesting part. They went to the public school where all the girls were at who were doing this to the
Mhm.
public school, but they didn't stay long for some odd reason and. Um, they said when she came on set, she was on it. They was like very surprised. They were like, we didn't even like
Yeah.
do anything like this. She was just on it. It's the type of talent that people like Janet Jackson have. Who could just come
Mhm.
on and just like just kill it. Tupac Shakur. This is his second movie, if I believe. Juice was his
For real?
first. Juice came out in '92 and then he started doing, and then he was back to doing his album. The album, Strictly Make the Niggas, niggas, that's what it's called. Yeah, the song, the one with the "I Get Around" song is in that album.
Mhm.
He was doing that. He was a guest star in Different World, and then he did this movie, Poetic Justice. So this is his second movie.
Yeah.
How did you feel about his performance, though?
It was good. He did what he had to do. He brought what he had. He brought what he needed to bring. He he I think he was more like I think he is it safe to say he played more of like kind of like a supporting character or like it's like a supporting role in a sense.
Co-star, I'll say co-star
Could,
because Lucky and Justice have storylines and you get into their storylines before they take
right.
off to the road trip. So I won't say supporting, I'll say co-star.
Right. And
Regina
you
King,
do get into his life
yeah,
in it too.
you get into the situation.
Yeah.
Uh but Regina King and Guy Torry, yes, definitely. Jennifer Lewis, absolutely. Dang, she played Mama in so many projects. But yeah, so yeah, I felt like Tupac Shakur is a very good actor. I'm not just saying that because he's Tupac. Like me as a filmmaker and as a film critic, I'm looking at him and he's really good at acting. My but
Yeah,
my but my favorite role by him is Bishop from Juice though. It's just I love a great villain.
I could say
So
that too.
I just felt like his villain role was really really done well. But this is a totally different movie, and I'm glad that he took on a role like this because Lucky in this movie he's a nigga. He's not how am I explain? He's a hood. He's a guy from the hood, not necessarily a hood nigga. But his house with his mama was really nice. I said, what the this the house? I mean, California houses are nice. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so he's a single father, and basically he got his baby mama was pretty much trifling, pretty much. Now he figured out in the movie that she was on
Tripping.
drugs, and she was, just a hoe that's out here to sleep with anybody and stuff. She slept with so many people that she got two babies by two different baby daddies, and the baby daddies are cool with each other. They're like
They
the best.
cool.
Of, they're like the
Hell
best
yeah.
of friends. It's just like what is
Whoop
happening?
ass together.
What is happening right now? So he's in a bad situation right now where he feel like he got to take his daughter named Keisha, away from her mom, because the mom is not really a good mother. So he's in that predicament, and no, he lives with his mama. He lives with his mama. He's really trying to figure out what to do with his life. So that's a good story. That's a good story role. But Janet Jackson's main story is that she was in love with QT. Damn, I forgot about Q-Tip. Q-Tip's character in this movie is, man, there's a lot of people in this movie.
Oh, hella yeah.
Yeah. So spoilers. I mean, let's spoil each other. Everybody should see this movie, but he got killed in the beginning. Q-Tip. He got killed in the beginning. Got shot in the head as she's in the back seat, about to reveal herself. And she's traumatized by it, and she never fully recovers from her loss because she loved this man. Even when he was in prison, she was writing him letters and stuff. So she's kind of in depressed mode. She wears black all the time. She don't get out. You know what I'm saying? She's a gorgeous young girl, and everybody's wondering like why she's like this and stuff.
Her
Um,
hair. She wasn't even doing her own hair. And she
no,
do
no,
hair.
she had braids, so I guess it's gonna be a while. I guess women do braids, so don't have to do hair like that. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know,
even like her like friend was pointing that shit out. Shit.
so I don't know, but yeah, and then she got her best friend, uh, and stuff like that. Played by Regina King. Guy Torry is Tupac's friend, and they work together they deliver mail.
Mhm.
Uh, so they have they have this assignment to get this mail to a certain place in California, and that's when the road trip comes in because the girls got to go somewhere in that area as well. So
Mhm.
Regina King character decided to hook it up, and and this, as she's because Regina King is dating Guy Torry, as Guy Torry, and she figured that Justice could hook up with Lucky, but little does she know is that they had an altercation already at the beauty salon. So man, that scene when they got to a big argument and they were like cussing each other out, that
That's
was
iconic. That shit was
that was like wow. He said, "What
shit
you?"
was
He
tough.
said, "We want no feminist." Yeah, you. Oh, like yo, she don't want to talk to you. It's like she don't know you. Like, what do you expect? Um, but yeah, I just think that this movie is okay, and let me get some reasons why that I don't think this movie is all great, but it's not all bad. Like I said, one is the performances. I do enjoy them. I do think that these
So,
actors do disappear into these characters, but pacing, I feel like it was a little off, in my opinion. I just feel like it was off. It was I just didn't really care for the whole road trip thing and them connecting. And honestly, like the road trip takes place in one day, and I feel like their relationship was really rushed because of the movie. I just feel like it was. Like I don't feel like it's reality. Like you guys are getting along fine, then you have sex and you beat Guy Tori up, and then you say you care about that person. It's like you barely even know her like that. So I just I just don't think that like the
uh,
I think that love and basketball. No, I ain't gonna take that. No, no, I'll take that back. But I just felt like the love connection, the love story between them two. I just feel like it was kind of rushed, um, kind of predictable when you think about it. Because like one, they gonna argue, and the next minute, they are right now and stuff like that. And the next minute, she decided to give him some because got Torry up and threw his brush. And then all of a sudden, he's telling her, "Hey, I got a daughter. I'm telling you if I care about you." It's like you barely know her. It's like because y'all did it on. I was like, okay, yeah. I just didn't agree with the whole storylines. The whole that I don't know. It's just that whole love story on the road trip that take place in one day. I just didn't really agree with it, honestly. Did it
I
take place?
don't I
Did it
don't
take place
know.
in one day? Yes, it did.
What I don't it might have been.
It took
But
the
but had
road
they
trip
I mean
place
with
took one day.
but then they had to drive back together?
No, no. The girls rode back
Oh
with
yeah,
their
they like
car.
yeah, he left them. He
Yeah,
left them.
they went to the motel and rode back with their peoples from the
Hmm.
salon.
Hmm.
So,
But
what you gonna
I
say?
don't know. I feel like I feel like it was more so about where they connected from and like where she was connecting from. I don't feel like they like necessarily like I feel like they really just fell for each other for real, just off of that day. And I think it was more so about like just like finding light in the darkness for real, for real. I feel like they just I think I think I think really it was just like since like how like with how simple like that I guess that storyline kind of was. It's sort of it's sort of like I sort of was kind of like that's almost all it takes type of thing. Cause she was like really like she wasn't trying to like open up, and it was just like when she did, she found light in the darkness. Hell, so did he. I mean,
I understand that part, but I'm just saying that I don't think it was well done in my opinion. It was just one situation. It's like okay, that's fine.
you ain't like the road trip.
I like the
Good
road
Pete,
trip. I like that part. That
good
part.
Pete.
Yeah, that I like that. That's
Come on, bro.
yeah, I like that. But I just think that at the end of the day, I just think that the road trip aspect it was cool, but the love story into it, it's like okay, I kind of get it, but no, I just feel like I just feel like they should like knew each other before the road trip. Like they
They
never
did
got no, they met each other
same thing.
and she rejected him and stuff like that. Like they know each other, but they can't stand each other until they get to know each other in the road trip. That's how I would
Think
play it.
about it. Think about it. They both judged each other off of that one interaction. Think about that.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying though, before they went on the road trip, they should always know each other, and they can't really stand each other, but they know each other.
But think about it. In their heads, they did. She in her head, she knew what type of nigga he was. In his head, she knew
Like
what type of girl he
like
was.
he delivers the mail, but it never really spoke until he spoke that day.
He hollered though.
He hollered. No, that's not my
He hollered
point.
though, and
My point.
the way she blew him off, literally, and then like, bro, like I don't know, like they had two ideas. They had two ideas about like who like each person was, and I think like with that one day, just like I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe I could just be
I
thinking
don't know.
too deep, but I think
I just, the love story stuff. It was okay. It wasn't my
it
favorite.
was good. It was a good romance movie.
Eh,
It was. I feel like it's
I seen better. I seen better.
well, okay. Besides loving basketball,
I only love basketball. Is a good romance story. If you ask me.
besides loving, you don't think loving basketball is good romance? As far as
No,
black romance
no,
stories.
no. Q did her dirty. Q was a piece of crap, man. This
No,
nigga.
he wasn't shit. No, he
No,
wasn't. No, he wasn't shit.
no,
No, we could talk about that shit. He wasn't shit.
that man was terrible.
But I feel like this is probably like top five. Like we got like the photograph. That could be like one.
I never seen his
Shit.
photograph, so I really can't say. But Black, uh,
Got
I like
Brown Sugar.
I I like brown sugar.
This
But you
was, I feel like
see
this
about
could
brown
be.
sugar, brown sugar is that they've been
They
friends
knew it.
since they was kids. It's been building up over decades, and tensions are there. They're not little girl and boys no more. The little girl ain't flat chested no more, and the guy, little boy, he ain't got never hair no more. You talking about Sanaa Lathan
Real,
and Tay Diggs just looking at
real.
each other, especially
But
especially Sanaa Lathan with that old feet on.
but see, like think about it. Just like with that being a different with that even being like a different scenario, I feel like with this like I don't like honestly, I feel like this probably was kind of like a movie like a first of its kind. Like just with it being like that like one day one day romance type of thing. Or like it like
I mean, I get it. I get it. I just don't. I just didn't really care for it, honestly.
I feel you
I,
though.
I just don't. I just think it wasn't paced very well. Like one road trip. Like you could like each other, but I just feel like they went to. I care about you. I got a daughter, and it's like
Did they fuck in this movie?
they. Yeah. Because the covers around him. She got turned on, but he beat Guy Torry up. I don't lie, I agree with Gator. I was like, man, you simping over this girl. You barely know her, man. You gonna kick your own. I
He
mean,
did though.
I
He
mean,
did
Gator
though.
hit that. Gator hit Regina King, but Regina King was actually.
She was
That,
drunk. She was drunk as hell.
like,
She was going in.
she was like, what the f you taking on steroids? So I'm like, oh my god, it's like women can say stuff that make you like just mad, man. But he
Nigga,
should have
Tupac
he
hat fell off.
hat fell off, and let me tell you something. Tupac is not a fighter, man. I'm sorry. I know people love Tupac. Everybody treat him like a god, but Tupac was not a fighter, man. I'm sorry.
Bro is a scuffler.
He was not a fighter. That
Bro is a
man,
scuffler.
he was not a fighter. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is it would have been another interesting storyline if we got into Lucky and his cousin's relationship a little bit more. So I could have felt something more when his cousin got shot because we never see who the cousin is. I don't know who the cousin looked like. I can't even. I
Well,
know he
why were they going? Wasn't he? Isn't he trying to be like? Isn't he trying to be like a rapper? Isn't he trying to make music?
Lucky. So his cousin what does music, and
And it's
him and Lucky are like
and
Lucky and his cousin are like brothers. Like they really like close. They
right,
like kids, and
right,
they have a lot in common with the music thing. So he was gonna go. One, he gonna go down there to deliver the mail and all that stuff. But two, to visit his cousin. Uh, so he could record music because he'd been writing, and his cousin has the equipment in his garage, and he's been recording music
right,
for a while. So
right.
he's gonna link up with his cousin so they could, collaborate and make some music while he's down there. But what happened was that his cousin got shot at the front door, I guess, or whatever. And I like that scene a lot when he's listened to his cousin's record, his
Mhm.
song, and he started crying. Like those like I said, Tupac is a really good actor.
Mhm.
But my thing is that I wish we could explore him and his cousin relationship a little bit more. Not a whole lot, but to the point where we see we see their friendship, we see why they bond so well. So when stuff like this happens, I could feel bad for Lucky because I felt bad.
Maybe the thing was,
Well, one the runtime too, so it's like
yeah,
yeah.
and
But
maybe the thing was they just bonded through the music.
no, yeah, but I just think that it's really close. You just got some people's got their one relative, their one cousin. You just like this, like what I'm saying. You could
Hmm.
just you just it's just that natural connection you have with that person. But I get it. It's not about that, but I just feel like they should spend a little bit more time with him and his cousin. Something, a phone call, something to
Right.
like, or not really trying to like and like foreshadow that something's gonna happen, but just like one conversation is like, yo, man, like, something that shows that, they're French. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's not my movie, but I just feel like I just don't know what the cousin looks like because I know he's saw him a little bit on the stretcher, and it's like, it's, I don't know. It won't hit this. It just didn't hit me like that. Like when Ricky died, we was Ricky the whole time. Like, so we felt Trey's pain, we felt Doughboy's pain. But when it
It's
comes,
but it's I think it just puts the icing on the. I feel you, but I don't think it was needed because like the movie, like the movie is a lot more like being united in grief. Not no, not like that, but it's just like that's kind of like an element of it. Like with him, like I think with his cousin dying is just like the icing on the cake with
I
their
think his
connection.
cousin's dead. I don't know if his cousin's dead or not.
Well, his cousin being shot,
Yeah, his cousin getting
like it's
shot.
just like that kind of like you know
Well, is
definitely
he
probably
dead?
fucked him up.
Is he dead? Did they say he died?
I would assume that I just would assume that the nigga died.
Probably so, or he in I don't know. I don't think that I never remember him saying that he died. But
But you get what I mean?
I get what you I get what you mean. Like either way goes, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's like I just didn't really care for the I don't know. This movie's okay. That's the like I said, I just it just this movie doesn't hit the same as Boys in the Hood. But like he's not gonna make Boys in the Hood every time he makes a movie.
Yeah, it's a
You know,
this isn't one of them movies though. I think it's really a lot. It's a lot more based on the.
it's a romance,
It's
but
about
like okay,
poetic justice.
but like
It's real poetic.
with Baby Boy, even though it's not a romance movie, it has romance stuff in it. You see Jody grow from a trifling nigga to him realizing that Yvette is the one for him, and they have a baby and they get engaged and they are happy at the end of the movie. So you see that growth.
That shit is a
That
coming of age story.
yeah, but I'm not saying it's a romantic story. I'm just giving you an example of how their relationship grew throughout the movie. You went from him being a trifling nigga, and you could tell these two really love each other. They both just got issues. And then by the end of the movie, he's finally realizing that Yvette is the one for her. It's like it's the one for him. Like nobody else is gonna touch him. It's like Yvette is nobody's gonna have the same effect as Yvette does to him in his life. And he realized that because Peanut is cool, she bad, and he got baby by her, but it's not the same as him and Yvette because Yvette will fight for Jody. She will actually go toe to toe and actually like loves Jody, even though this nigga is really trifling. But at the end, he got in the end he got his stuff together and realized that this woman is for me. You know what I'm saying? But Poetic Justice, it was like, yeah, these two like each other. And if they just liked each other, and in the movie they say, let's start over, let's go on a date or something like that, something cool. I mean, they did with the girl getting her hair done. That's a good ending. I just didn't like the fact that when Tupac said, "I care about you," it's like, huh? It's like y'all barely know each other. Like care. That's a strong word. That's a step. That's a step down from love. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like they didn't start connecting to towards the end of the movie. Like the cookout, they talked about it, and then she made fun of his nails, and then like they had to deal with Regina King getting drunk, and then they at the carnival and they start talking, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And they really start connecting when Regina King and Guy Torry keep arguing in the back. So, it's just it's cool. It's fine. It's
But everything that you touched on was real poetic.
Hey man, I just you know what? The movie's good. I just don't really like I said before, I just don't really care for it. Like I'm not gonna sit there in front, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, it's just I just think other movies that he did is better than this movie. This is my opinion. I like Four Brothers. I like Higher Learning. I like Baby
Yeah, oh yeah.
Boy. He did something else too. Other movies are gonna pop in my mind, but I just like those movies a little bit better than Poetic Justice. I just don't really care for it that much. But it's another thing I want to talk about. I do like that chemistry though. Like,
Fire chemistry.
yeah, I like their chemistry, and it was rumored that they were dating after the movie for a while.
Hmm.
It was rumored that they were dating for a while, but I don't know what happened with that. I know an incident did happen was Janet Jackson wanted him to take a HIV or AIDS test, a test or something,
Yeah.
because she kissed Q-Tip and she got sick or something happened with her lip, and she wanted Tupac to do it, and he
Yeah.
wasn't doing it. It was a big situation.
They talked
So
about that shit on the interview.
yeah, I don't think the cinematography hits the same as Boys in the Hood. I don't think it hits the same. Well, when it came to when we talked about Boys in the Hood, it was so many symbolisms and metaphors that he did in that movie to send a message about the black violence. Here, it
Right.
was just a regular old movie.
Yeah,
Honestly, it was
like
just a regular movie.
hella memorable shots of that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, stuff like that. I just
Only
here.
memorable shot I have for is probably like the cookout, uh, and the beach scenes, like the rock, like Rocky Mountain beach scenes and shit.
It was really man. No, me being an adult now,
In the desert.
and an adulting, and how much food costs. If I saw a big cookout too, I'll try to fit in as much as possible to give
Hell
me some
yeah.
food.
Hell yeah.
Because at first I was like, how dare they? How dare they interrupt this family that they don't know? But I was like, you know what?
There was a lot of people eating at
I'll do the
that
same
cookout.
thing. And Lucky got
Oh man, bro had
he had a big plate too. He had two burgers. He had two. And Jim Jackson was like, "Dang man, you sure eat like a skinny dude." He was like, "Hey, um,
and with him putting Maya Angelou in this movie, I that's just it gets that just gets another point for me, bro. And like just with just with the messages the movie I feel like was trying to push, or
oh
just
yeah,
like
she's great. Yeah, she's great.
just
She's also a legend."
yeah, drop some gems about love. Like
She was like, "Are you guys married? Yeah. Are you
saw
guys
right through
in
that shit.
are you guys in love? Yeah, baby. What you know about love?" And you know how young, us be like, man, these old people talking their heads. But I just think that my Angelo character is really trying to tell them was like, you guys, y'all too traumatic to, and got a lot of problems to say y'all in love. And yeah, you're not in love because you're cheating on God Torry. You got the beach in your mind talking about I got called whatever that nigga name is to do my nails. It's like, oh god. Regina King character she was annoying, man.
She was funny as hell.
She was funny, but she was annoying. And it was like, yo, you are doing too much. Oh, there's a connection. So Boys in the Hood character, dude with a pacifier in his mouth, and the other dude that's a hit the lights nigga. Their names popped up in her mouth. She said the character's name when she got up, when she got hit, and she was like, I'm you. And she said those names that was in the movie in Boys in the Hood. So it's like
Wait,
it's the same universe.
wait. So she said, what you mean? She said their names.
Okay, let me look it up. Hold on. Because so Boys in the Hood, Doughboy's friends, the guy with the pacifier in his mouth,
Right.
and the dude with the one who shot the AK in the back of the car. So
Deuce.
Deuce. She said their names when she got up, and Jan Jackson was holding her back. She's like, I'm gonna get Deuce and the other dude's name. Who to F
Deuce.
you up?
Okay.
So it's the same universe.
Is she the same character?
No, I think it's a different one. It might be the same character because she drinks in this movie too. She was drinking in Boys in the Hood.
Did they say her name in that movie?
I don't think so.
It'd be lit.
And
Same character.
she was fast and Boys in the Hood. She was like, ooh, I like to rush that. And she had the same hairstyle. So it
Mhm.
could be the same character. We
Could be.
could be the same universe. It's not that far apart. It's not far apart at all, honestly. Uh,
Real.
but yeah, overall, I think this movie's okay. I don't think it's John Singleton's best work. I do think a lot of women like this movie because one, Janet Jackson, what I'm saying? People love Janet Jackson. She's bad, what I'm saying? She's talented, stuff like that. And people appeal to that. But two is, you got you got Tupac who's a thug, but he's not a criminal. I mean, like he's a hood nigga, you know what I'm saying? But he got
I
his still. So
yeah,
they like that, you know what I'm saying? They like that. And plus it's a hood movie and it's black, so a lot of black women's favorite movie is either Love and Basketball
but don't call it a hood
or
movie.
just
Don't call it just a hood movie. You
it's a
gotta
romantic
call it a
movie.
romantic movie.
It's a
You
hood
gotta call it a
romantic
romantic movie.
movie because
Hood romantic movie
it takes place in the hood. So it's hood romantic movie.
for sure. But
Uh
also, with that being said, I don't think this movie was a lot. Well, really directed towards men. I feel like he was trying to catch like a wider female audience. Uh, and it's really like I guess it's kind of like a good couple film, like a Black Notebook.
it's not a notebook, I'm telling you that now.
You get what I'm trying to say though.
I ain't seen Notebook, and I can tell you that's not Notebook.
I ain't seen Notebook
Uh,
either, but you get what I mean.
it's just okay movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just okay. It's not really a lot to talk about because, like I said, the pacing is kind of off. It's not a lot happening. It's just them on a road trip. That's like I really don't really care for it. Like with Boys in the Hood, I had a lot to talk about because it was a lot going on in that movie.
Watch it with your girl. Watch it with your girl. You gotta watch it with your
I
girl.
might fall asleep. Nah, it's not boring. But I don't know. It's just point. I just feel like John Singleton has stepped down from a masterpiece, a cinema masterpiece, to a good, solid, okay romantic hood movie. You know. I just don't really care for it. When I'm talking about John Singleton, I barely bring up this movie. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But anything else you want to talk about this movie?
Uh, I had a Poetic Justice hoodie that I used to rock a long time ago, but I don't know where it is.
Yo,
And I
man,
miss it. But
it's a lot of graphic tees of Tupac.
so many, bro.
The one
And
with him,
her.
really him though, honestly.
But yeah, that's the one that I had. I don't know where that shit is.
But the one he's in the mail truck, he's smiling and stuff. That's an iconic picture. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was shooting that movie and stuff. But I just think that Tupac Shakur did a really good job. Honestly, we gotta talk about Baby Boy because I feel like that's John Singleton's like second best work in my opinion.
I feel like I'm just watching that shit again.
That's a good. I don't know how people.
But it's just because
I
it's
don't
just
know
like, bro,
how
it's
no.
always on. Like I can, but like,
But
bro, I
Baby
can
Boy is a
watch.
good movie, bro.
Like I can go on BET and turn that shit on right now, and then turn it off, and we'll turn it back on tomorrow, and I'll pick right back up to where I was, bro.
Man, Baby Boy is a good movie,
That's
man. Baby Boy is not perfect, but it's a good movie. To me, it's better than Poetic Justice, in my opinion. It's better than this movie. I feel like what Baby
a
Boy.
lot goes in, a lot more goes into it though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I care for this. I care for Baby Boy more than Poetic Justice. Poetic Justice, I've seen it like 1,000 times. It's not really talk about.
Sure.
It's just women like this
Mm-hmm.
because you got Tupac Shakur in there. You got the nose ring and stuff like that. You got Jen Jackson. And Jen Jackson was bad. She was bad in this movie. It's like that scene when she was laying on the bed, she was playing with the slick robe, had a black bra. I said, God, man, she was looking good. Them jeans, man. She
She
was
look
looking
good
good. Them
right
jeans.
here.
Yeah. Jen Jackson always been bad, but man, this movie right here, man. And then I like how Lucky was like, man, I should get the number right. The booty is looking right. I said, man, her frame and them and no baggy jeans she was wearing too.
Mm-hmm. Is she light skinned or is she dark skinned? Because have
It's
you
more
seen
of a
her in
mouth.
color? Have you seen her in For Colored Girls?
Yeah,
She looked real light
I
from
think that
what
was
I
makeup
remember in that
though. I
movie.
think that was makeup.
for sure.
I think it's
Like,
pale. I think she's brown skin, not like she's caramel color, like a caramel color. You know what I'm saying?
word, word.
Cause the whole family was like that. Michael Jackson was like that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They got like smooth caramel skin. You know, they just Michael Jackson decided to bleach his all the way. So anyway,
I feel like she never mind. I was trying to talk about Michael's I was trying to talk about how like her act like her I feel like she would have I feel like they should have trusted her acting ability more. Cause
man,
Mike
they
was
did.
cause like were you remember you were you saying like they feel like she might have not been ready?
Well, like Regina King was suggesting to do this, just prepare for it more, but they didn't stay long. They stayed for like
Oh,
a couple minutes. They left. She can't remember why they didn't stay at that parking lot looking at the girls. But then the next day they on set. She just for her A game. Just we're just on it. As soon as they say action, she was Justice. That's the character's name, Justice. And she was just like, she was just like I said before, like it's just one of those like Janet Jackson is one of those people is just so talented, you know what I'm saying? They don't need a lot of preparation. I mean, they do it, but it just comes natural to them. You know,
I was trying to say because
they just
Michael
they're
was
just
acting
they
too.
he did one movie.
It was good though.
Okay, anyway. Her and Tupac, they're just born to be stars. You know what I'm saying? It just people like her, Will Smith, Tupac, um, most Def, uh,
I have a theory. I feel like Tupac would have
Matt,
played Django.
what?
I feel like Tupac would have played Django if he was alive.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would have.
He was gonna be Mace. He was gonna be Mace Windu in Star
I know
Wars.
that name. I did hear that. That would have been tough.
No,
Would
that was true. He was supposed to
have
play
been tough.
Sam Jackson's character as Mace Windu, because the first episode came out in '99. He died in '96, and
Hmm.
it takes a few years to do stuff. So yeah, he
Yeah,
was he was supposed to play Mace Windu, and
real.
he was supposed to be Bubba in Forrest Gump.
You say Juice is your favorite performance by him?
Yeah, I think it's my favorite.
Have you watch Game?
I saw it.
You seen it? You ain't like his
I said
performance as a cop and
I
like
like
you
that
ain't.
too. I like
I
that
feel like that
too.
was better. I feel like that was low key. All I feel like it was
But
low
the
key better than
movie, but the movie wasn't that good, honestly. As much as like Tupac's performance, the movie was solid up till the end. That's why I'm like, okay, y'all lost me right there.
for real. For real.
That's when y'all lost me.
But he was a good cop. He was a good cop.
No, he was not a good cop.
I'm saying like he was like I'm playing. He played
Oh,
like
okay. I was about to say 'cause that character was not a good cop. He was
nah
terrible.
nah.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
Um, but the reason why I think Bishop is my favorite performance by Tupac is like it's a lot goes into that character, and Tupac delivers. First of all, I love villains. Like that's my favorite character to study, to look at stuff. If you're a great villain, to me, you can make the project 10 times better. And I felt like his performance as Bishop, it's more than just a thug with a gun. It's more of a mental health in the
yeah,
black community that doesn't get talked about enough.
right.
Because he is a disturbed person, Bishop. He's very disturbed. Like he's not a regular teenager. Like he something happened to him where he turns dark. And it was sign even before he spoilers, but it was signs before Hakeem got killed that he had issues before then. That
Hmm.
scene when he was yelling in the living room, he said, we run from the cops, and all
Hmm.
that. You could
We didn't
tell
talk about that movie.
for real. You could tell, and you could tell that this character is very disturbed.
Hmm.
He's not. He don't think like how everybody else thinks. Everybody else is like, "Yo, man, we could have died. If we went in there, we've been dead. Like, what's the point?" He was like, "It don't matter if we died or not. It's the fact that we went out and people going like he just
Yeah,
he's mentally not there, and you could see that. That's why I love that performance because like it's something in him that wants to get out so bad, and
Right.
once he pulled that trigger, it's fully out.
It was gone.
And he just turns dark, and his performance, man, it was so menacing, man. And it was the fact that he did not have any regard for human life. He just
Mhm.
wanted to be represent as a menacing character, and that's kind of a psychopathic
Nigga was trying
mindset
to
if you
take his
ask
power
me.
back.
But he
Trying to
never
take
had
power back.
no.
Shit.
He didn't take the power back. He never had power.
I feel
So
like they're
he,
trying to take his dad. No, I ain't even trying to take his dad's power back.
but it's
He was trying to take
also,
some power back.
but that's what I said. That's my favorite performance by him, because
I,
how
I feel it.
how he presented that character that's so menacing. I don't see any other actors, good or not. I don't see him. I don't see anybody else playing Bishop but Tupac. I think he did. That's why I think
Yeah,
Tupac is a really good actor. And
they
I
should have
also
gave him. They should gotten an award for that shit. But
and
that was on some different shit.
I also think that if he didn't die, or if he came out from Vegas and he did Baby Boy, as good as Tyrese was, as great as he was, and as you know charismatic and funny, I just feel like Tupac did a better job playing Jody.
I
And
can see it.
and the reason why I think Tupac did a better job, especially him and Ben Raines. Imagine him and Ben Raines like in that same scene. Oh my god, I mean,
Lit. Yeah,
but
salute.
Ice Cube was supposed to play Rodney too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was supposed to play
Yeah,
Rodney.
Ice Cube was
Okay,
from all
yeah,
the having all the rapper
but
names. Damn.
they all work together, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like if Tupac was Jody and Baby Boy, well, what he would have done was it would not be as comedic, because Tyrese is a naturally funny dude.
Mm-hmm.
So as great, like I said, as great as Tyrese was in Baby Boy, he did an awesome job. I feel like Tupac would gave a more deeper acting performance of Jody, and made him more vulnerable to the fact that he's a 20-year-old kid and he's trying to find himself. It
Mm-hmm.
won't be all this laughter going on like Tyrese was. It would be more of this something's going on with him in the inside. And Tupac would have showed that in his performance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
It could show his insecurity as well, and it could show why he don't. It'll show more of why he don't want to leave his mom house. He was also 25 too at the time, so he could play 20-year-old
He
kid.
definitely could have
You know
did.
what I'm saying? And that's why a lot, and that's why I understand why a lot of people hate Baby Boy. They say he's old. He should no. He wasn't 26. He wasn't 27. He wasn't in his 30s. He was a
He
20-year-old
20.
kid. So and plus, depending on his birthday, he might just turn 20. I don't know how it was back in the day, but that's common now to
Mm-hmm.
stay with your parents at that age right now. So I don't know how it
Mm-hmm.
was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he did have two baby mamas. He was trifling. He wasn't working. I get that part. But yeah, he would just, I just feel like Tupac would made it to where he was trying to find himself as a young black male in this society. You know what I'm saying? Him being trifling to him, like, but that's my opinion. I love Tyrese in that role. He will always be Jody.
Mm-hmm.
But if Tupac played in that movie, it won't be as laughable and more comedic in some scenes as if he was in there. It would have been 10 times more serious and more dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's probably what we don't need. We probably don't need a super dramatic movie like Baby Boy, because it's a comfort movie to watch compared to
Yeah.
if Tupac was in there. It'd be super deep and super dark in his performance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Singer just said he wrote it for him. He said this movie could get you an Oscar. Now, I feel like if Tupac did play this movie, he probably would be getting some type of award for his performance.
Most definitely.
Because I just think that Tupac is a really good actor.
He would have got it at some point down the road.
Yeah, I just feel like Tupac is a really good actor, man. It's just he just died too young, man, to express his
Way too
talents
young.
and his talents. Because I'm 25, and
Yeah,
we still
it'd be blowing me. It'd be
and
blowing my mind thinking about how
it,
young bro was.
yeah, it's like, and now we still talk about this man to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, but anyway, guys, thank you for this review. I hope you guys like this. If y'all stayed, it means you really enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe this channel. We're being consistent as much as possible. What do you guys think about Poetic Justice? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Jacoby? Do you have any other thoughts? Please let us know. But anyway, guys, stay safe. Have fun, live life. You know, be a family person, man. Stay if you got family, stick with them, you know what I'm saying? Love everybody and just love life. But see y'all later. We talk to y'all, we see y'all soon.